guys, welcome back to Life with Twinsies. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Charles.
Tonight we're bringing you a special power video. Now guys, we decided to add an extra video this week on episode 3 because it seems like there's a lot of conversation on social media right now about power. Everybody's talking about what has transpired in these first 3 episodes.
And everybody think they know what's going to happen.
Yes, everyone has a theory. Now, some of these conversations are getting pretty interesting. I know all of my subscribers, thank you guys for subscribing to our channel, and I've been communicating.
Thank you for the comments.
Yes. And so we've just been discussing it among ourselves, and we're like, hey, why don't we shoot another video and share with you guys some of these theories that are going around on social media about power and these trending topics and see what you guys think. So I've been looking at different reviews that other people have done, reading through the comments, and it seems like it's the same. People are thinking the same thing.
Yeah, everybody's real close in their thought of what's going to happen. So.
Right. It seems like the biggest thing is everybody thinks this guy, Tony Teresi, is Tommy's dad.
I don't think so.
You don't think he's his dad?
No.
Why do you say that?
I don't think they gonna bring his dad up in this show.
Really?
I think he's just his dad's just gonna be a mystery guy. Nobody knows who he is. Tommy still don't know who he is.
Right. I mean, I get it. I can see how a lot of people would say that he's Tommy's dad. It definitely makes sense from what people are saying. They're basically saying that's how he knows when he was asking about Ghost and who is this guy, who's his story, and then when he mentioned Tommy Egan, right. he acted as though he recognized the name.
No, he got all the information from the guys. He called up and said, "Find me everything about this guy right here. I need to know about him."
Right, the guy he talked to on the phone from the when he was in jail and he got the phone. He called. It was a guy named Sammy, and right. He was the one giving him the 411. He basically said, Tommy runs with this guy named Ghost. We don't know who he is, but
so my thought is this: Mr. Tommy Teresi, Tony Teresi, he's and he did a lot of killing this day. So if his son was growing up, he would know who his son is and who his son hanging out with. Even though they still in the same vicinity, he would know.
Well, maybe he does know who Tommy is, though. I mean, he reacted to the name Egan as if he recognized it. So maybe, he used to kick it with Tommy's mom.
Yeah, he probably, I don't think it's his dad, but I think he probably know his mom. But that's a whole different story. Everybody knows somebody's mom.
It'll be really interesting to see if he is in fact Tommy's dad. I really don't feel either way about that. I don't feel strongly that he is Tommy's dad, and I don't feel strongly that he isn't. I'm just kind of like, okay, let's see where this is going.
Right.
So that's my take on it. But the thing that I'm most disturbed about is I've been hearing that there's going to be a major character death this season. Or it could be more than one. And I have seen the cast members talk about this in their interviews leading up to the season premiere.
Okay.
So we know that there is going to be at least one major character death. Now, people seem to think it's Tommy. Tommy is my favorite character on the show.
It can't be Tommy.
I mean, if they kill off Tommy, I'm not gonna take it as far as to say I won't stop.
See, the reason why I don't think it's Tommy is because if Tommy dies, then everybody knows that Ghost wants to be out of the game.
Right.
So if Tommy dies, then who's gonna run the drug?
Dre would be more than happy to try to take over. That's what Dre wants to do.
Dre ready to get killed.
Yeah.
Dre keep hiding stories from people. We gonna wind up shooting his own self.
It is looking like Dre could end up being killed off this season.
Dre might take his own self out.
But one of the comments that I read is someone said that they believe that Tommy is actually going to be killed by Dre, and Dre is going to kill Tommy to prove himself to Kanan. What do you think about that?
Nah, I think Kanan's the one gonna go. I think it's his time is. I think he's really gonna go this time. Not that I'm gonna burn him and leave him there and don't make sure he's dead.
Okay.
This time I think he's gonna get shot like he shot his son. He's gonna get taken out.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay. So you're basically, you don't agree with that at all. You don't think that.
I got a whole theory behind this Kanan thing. Yeah, how Kanan gonna die?
Well, let's save that to the last one because he has his own theory on that. But a lot of people are also discussing what's been going on between Tommy and Julio. You know, Julio's been MIA a lot, and this third episode was the second time that he actually made a major decision without consulting Tommy first. And not only that, he did the opposite of what Tommy would have done. So it seems like, and you got Dre whispering in Tommy's ear, trying to tell him stuff about Julio, like you can't trust him, of course, because Dre wants to be the distro.
Right.
So do you see Tommy and Julio getting the beef? I kind of see where I thought it was going to be Dre and Julio originally, but then again, I can also see Tommy coming back and getting in Julio's face about the stuff that he's doing.
I think Julio is doing some stuff behind the scenes. I think he's following Dre around. I think he's getting tabs on Dre and trying to find out because they can't trust each other.
Right. That's true.
And they don't like each other. So I think he's following him around, trying to figure out what's up with this guy Dre, and where is he going? What is he doing? And then I guess that's when my theory comes in about Kanan. So we're gonna say that to the last. But I think that he's getting all this intel on Dre, and he's gonna bring it back because of course, he's missing in action. But once Tommy finds out who's lying to him, they got to go.
Right. And speaking of got to go, I've seen that a lot of people have a must go list. Like, this person, kill them off, I can do without them. And it looks like we have Tommy.
Number one on my list is Tariq. That boy needs his butt whipped, or he needs to go.
This is my thing. I want to beat him with a switch, but I don't necessarily want to kill his character off, because even though he's being disrespectful and he's just pushing it, he's out here smelling himself. He's trying to be a man, but I feel like he is the result of what happens when the father's not doing his job. And Tasha's doing the best she can, but she can't teach him how to be a man.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that point, because
you don't agree with which point?
That he's acting out because Ghost wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. All these years, Ghost was doing what he's supposed to do. So you saying that?
Well,
up until now, when Angie comes into his life, he's running around now.
Well, I think it's a combination of different things that are going on here, because in season 1 we didn't see that from Tariq. Okay?
No, we didn't.
We didn't see that from Tariq. Right now, he's getting older. He's coming into the age when boys start smelling themselves.
Right.
And they think because,
that's why
boys
need
get
hand.
deeper, they got hair in every place now. Yeah. They smelling their stuff. He thinks he's a man, and he feels like he doesn't listen to his mother. And that's when he needs his father there to put him in check. But he's out screwing Angie.
Yeah, but he needs to be beat by that close. That close. Do you see the white light and then bring him back?
Really? That's how you feel?
Yeah, beat him until he got that close.
Okay,
that
so
close
obviously.
To the white light.
Okay, and then the other two I was going to mention is Lakeisha and Julio. Do you agree with them being on the must go list for the season?
I think,
or they could go.
I think Lakeisha could go.
I
think she could go, because that's gonna throw some fire under her. On her girlfriend, and that's
under Tasha.
Yeah, that's gonna throw some fire. You lose your best girlfriend that you've been friends with all these years. That's gonna throw some fire under her, and that's gonna get her get the mind straight, and she gonna get down to business. Even though she's down to business, but she's a little. I think she's a little soft right now.
You think who's soft, Lakeisha or Tasha?
Tasha.
See, but right now we still don't know where they're going with this storyline yet. So for me right now, it's just with Lakeisha, it's just like they're exposing things about her. You're seeing that, you know, she's talking in Tommy's ear a lot, and she's asking him, and you know, to reassure her. She's like, can we trust Tasha? Will she snitch? Right. But it's obviously that she's the one that's the weakest link, as Proctor did say.
Of course.
So, I mean, we don't really know where the story is going yet. So I'm kind of up in the air with whether or not I think they'll kill Keisha's character off.
Don't let Tommy choke her out. Don't let Tommy choke her out.
Nah. Another thing that a lot of people are talking about is this mysterious new love interest for Tasha. Now, I know if you watch the season trailer that was on the Stars channel, okay, you'll see there's like a quick flash of a sex scene that Tasha's, she's in a sex scene with light complexion guy. So at first I was thinking maybe it was Ghost, but then again you didn't see any tattoos, so I was like, okay, it's not Ghost. So a lot of people seem to think it's either this new lawyer, Terry Silver, or Lorenz Tate, which Lorenz Tate, he's actually going to be in 4 episodes this season, but his character has not been introduced yet. He's going to play Councilman Tate or something like that, but he's coming in 4 episodes, and I don't know when he's coming in. So a lot of people are thinking he could be Tasha's new love interest, or this guy Terry Silver.
I think Terry Silver got a chance to be the
really?
Because of his attitude. He thinks he's like a step above everybody. Like,
but see,
I'm up here, you guys down there.
But that is the reason why I can't see him messing with Tasha, because the way he comes off as he's arrogant, you know, he was brought up in a household where there was books around, he's educated, he's a lawyer. Why would he want to be with someone like Tasha? Because she's a chick from the hood who's married to a drug dealer.
Bingo. She's a chick from the hood.
No. Guys like that are normally not the type that would be with a woman like that.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not.
Y'all be the judge. Let me know.
The way, so we've only seen him in 1 episode so far this season, and he comes off to me as like the Uncle Tom type brother. That's not the type of brother that's gonna be with the black chick.
Nah, he don't come. He comes off to be like he wants to be, like he thinks he's better than everybody else, but. In that case, he got an eye for the woman, and that woman from the hood, he haven't had that.
Okay,
so that right there would.
Okay, so basically, what you're saying is you agree with that theory. You think that Terry Silver is Tasha's love interest.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't see that happening. A lot of people seem to think we got to see Marco Bailey again in episode 3, and he is doing his homework. He's recording everything, yes. And
that means he's gonna die. But go ahead.
Well, who do you think is gonna kill him? Because people seem to believe that it's either Mike Sandoval or Tommy.
Sandoval killed everybody else. He don't care.
Okay.
That would kill you too. I ain't gonna get caught. I'll put the gun in and go to cell and say he did it. He's gonna die, but he's gonna get some information. He's gonna give a little more information out, and then he got to go.
The other thing that I'm starting to see now is that Ghost is not gonna make it out of prison at all this season. That it could take to the finale or possibly season 5 premiere before Ghost gets out of jail.
I think it is. I think I must agree with you. That sounds like the way it's gonna go. I'm not sure how many more weeks we can deal with Ghost in jail. Now, unless he gonna fight every week. Now, if he gonna fight every week in jail, then yeah, I can take a little more of him being in jail.
To be honest with you guys, I'm kind of on the fence with this theory. The reason being is, if you look at the trailer for the season, you didn't really see any scenes without Ghost being in jail, which leads me to believe that, okay, that could be the case, that he could be in jail for most, if not all, of this season. And however,
well, they also in the beginning season trailer, they did show him fighting in jail.
Absolutely.
So of course his proctor told him to stay out of trouble and that'll help your case. And then but if he gets in a fight, then he's in jail. That's gonna add some more time to why he's in there.
Right. More charges.
Yeah, more charges while you're in there, because you know he ain't gonna just fight. Whoever comes at him is gonna come for blood, and he gotta take him out.
That is true.
So that might keep him in there a little while longer.
Yeah. So, like I said, I can see it happening on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm like, okay, if they're gonna have to have a whole lot of other stuff going on because most people
they got a whole lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, they do. But think about this: most people watch this show for Ghosts. You know what I mean?
True.
Most people are Ghost fans. That's why they love this show. So for them, for them to keep people watching, keep bringing people back each week, they're going to have a lot of stuff going on the outside if Ghost is locked up the entire season. Which leads me to one of the trending topics that I've seen happening from this episode. It's like a lot of people are saying that they either thought episode 3 was slow or they're getting bored with the whole prison thing, because it's a lot of meeting with the lawyers, jumping back and forth.
All that right there is leading them to my theory about Kanan.
Okay, well, let me first say this though.
Okay.
But this is how I feel about this. I feel like they're building the story and they're taking the time, just like we're getting frustrated and we're like, come on, well, what about this evidence and what about this? And how come they haven't talked about the daggone security camera yet that's in the office? It's just like, I almost feel like we're feeling the same frustration that Ghost is going through right now as a fan sitting there watching it. Like, when is he going to get out of jail? Right. We know at some point Proctor is going to get him out. Okay?
True.
We know that. So it's just like just waiting for that point. I don't feel like episode 3 was a slow episode at all. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that episode. That episode had a little fire in it. And it kept my eyes glued to the TV, so I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was very juicy. Now, get to your point of what your theory is about involving Kanan.
My theory about Kanan is, I'm not sure who's going to take him out, but somebody's going to take him out. And Ghost needs to be in jail when they take him out, because then they can have everybody thinking that Kanan is actually Ghost, who they're looking for, and that's my theory on one of the stars dying, which is Kanan, and how Ghost is going to get out is because they're going to plant and say that Kanan was Ghost, because some things going to happen while Ghost is actually in jail, and only person they're going to try to pin it on is Kanan.
I can see that happening.
Because if anybody else dies, then they can't blame it on Ghost. He's in jail. So if the other detective, if he dies, who they gonna say did it?
I can see that happening, but first, everybody has to figure out that Kanan's still alive first.
True. That is going to happen, because I told you that Julio's going to find out Kanan's alive.
So you think Julio's going to find out first?
Yeah, Julio's going to find out that Kanan's alive.
Because you think Julio's following Dre?
Yes.
It's possible.
So all this stuff is going to wind up stirring up the pot.
Very interesting theory. Yeah, I can see that happening, but it's a lot of things that would have to transpire first. But hey, I mean, Kanan does want back into the game. He wants to be the man again. Right. So I mean,
so he got to show his face sometime or another.
Yeah, and
if Tariq keep acting up the way he's acting up, you gonna bound to find them both together.
Yeah. So I mean, it's possible they could, if Tommy is the one that kills Kanan, he could be like, plant something on him, or just that's Ghost.
Right.
I mean, I could see it. Now, the last thing that I want to mention that I saw a lot of this past week, people feel like if Ghost and Angela get back together, they are done with the show. They are not going to watch it.
Get over it.
Calm down, calm down. See, this is my thing. I feel that it's inevitable that they're going to get back together. And I feel like all signs lead to that direction, because my theory is that Angela is going to be the one who finds out that Ghost is innocent of killing Knox, and she's going to work to get him off.
You can still see that they both still care for each other.
Absolutely.
It's just, okay, you said I'm guilty of this, and they right now they're hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, but she loves him.
And
he loves her.
And that love is too deep to, like, okay.
Okay, let me say this. I am not an Angela fan whatsoever. I think most people right now feel like she's got to go. They wouldn't care if she died. So I'm there.
Right.
But, however, I think that they are going to put her and Ghost back together, especially considering that it's already been confirmed that Tasha has a new love interest.
Well, if they do get back together, then Tommy can't exist with them two together. So it's either they not get together, or Tommy, sorry to say this, Tommy has to die.
Well, yeah, like I was
because
saying,
Tommy gonna kill her if they get back together.
A lot of people feel that Tommy will die this season. So if Tommy is the one that is killed off this season, and then Ghost and Angela get back together, and they're together, season 5.
I'm not sure she has a job anymore, but yeah, they'll be back together.
Gosh, yeah, I'm not going to be too thrilled about that either. So you guys have to let us know what you think about some of these theories that are going on out there, or if you agree or disagree.
That's no problem. Everybody got opinions.
Yeah, everybody's got an opinion. So let's keep the conversation going, you guys. But before we go, guys, I just want to give shout outs right now to some of our subscribers. I want to shout out Rainy J and Nelly Mac 91 for reminding us that Tasha had already told Tommy about that Holly was pregnant in season 3, because we had forgot about that. Remember?
Yes, but I don't think really. We went back and looked at it, and yes, she did. She did tell him, but I don't think she believed him all the way, because everything else she was saying wasn't true. So he's like, okay. You saying she's out there? I know I killed her, so she ain't out there. She ain't out there running around alone.
Yeah, but I think he believed her about the pregnancy, though.
I don't think he believed her. I know she told him, but I don't think she believed him, because I think he believed him when she first said it. But after she started saying that other stuff to try to get more information out of him.
Yeah, she was fishing for information.
I'm thinking he brushed that off as.
Well, I think he believed her because. Remember the scene when Lakeisha came to Tommy's apartment,
right?
And she said, "You don't have children, so you don't understand." And then they showed his face, and he was just kind of like. I definitely think that he did believe Tasha. We also want to shout out Jennifer Haley for letting us know that it was Proctor's guy that was in the courtroom when Bach was. He was trying to pick the jury.
Right.
And he was feeding the information, getting the information and sending it to Proctor. So shout out to Jennifer for letting us know that, because I had missed that scene. I wasn't sure who the guy Charlie was, the officer in the back. And lastly, I have Nikki Live and Rainy J for letting us know that was Sandoval's picture that Marco Bailey was looking at in the bar. Because when Sandoval walked out, remember, we were like trying to get up on the TV, like, who is that? I could not make that out, guys. It was like that little on our TV, and it was like really blurry, and I couldn't make out who it was. So thank you guys for letting us know, because a lot of times, when we're going through this stuff, I'll miss something, and then we come on here and do the review, and then I'll go back and watch it, and then I get it.
And we got 3 little ones running around here, and Mama, Dad, and all in the way, so we're trying to look in between them and look at TV at the same time, and like, it's time to go to bed, and yes.
Yeah.
Life with Twinsies, and one more.
But yes, you guys. Oh, and also we did have another video go up this week. It was a hair tutorial. So if you guys know anyone that has little ones, that might be a video for you. Like and share if you know someone that has, because that one came from at the request of another subscriber. They asked me to do another video on hair, so that's up. And again, we'll be coming back this week. We have Queen Sugar reviews coming up.
Yep.
And then on Sunday, back to Power. So if you guys have any suggestions for other videos you'd like to see, please leave them below in the comments. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video, you guys. We'll see you in the next video.